How y'all doing, man? It's your boy, the comment, KHAN_man.510. It's the Bay. Catch me in Universal Debates. Catch me on What It Sound Like podcast, where you get your best reviews and interviews. And catch me on Blerd Approved Entertainment on Tapping Up Capping, where if you're a nerd and you've seen it, then what's your opinion? What's going on with Paris?
Good. Eh? Yo.
How you doing today?
Sorry.
Tell them what you do.
Don't do much, just work, just vibing. I'm here.
Got you. Okay, that's her Instagram in case y'all want to follow her and whatnot. Lulu, you feel me? Third appearing guest, you feel me? How you doing today? Oh, you on mute. She don't even hear me. She's still going. We can't hear you. Yeah, we can't. Yeah, I'm about to sign language. In the meantime, between time now, I mean, you're on mute now. So I don't know. You might want to come in and come back out. I don't know what's going on. It was fine before. Nah, we can't hear you. Come back. Yeah, come back. Yeah. Hey, what's going on, Kiari? How you doing?
I'm good. Tired.
Tell the people about you. Tell them what you do. Tell them about your platform and whatnot.
I'm mainly on TikTok. Doing comic book character videos, and right now I'm drowning everybody in nostalgia from old cartoons. And then I have my YouTube channel, Nerd on the Street, with my YouTube partner. And we also have our podcast that I think we just did our 4th episode for the podcast for that too.
Okay. Lulu, trying to say something. Okay, yeah, you got it. By the way, this is Kiari's Instagram. You know what I'm saying? So if y'all want to follow, not Instagram. This is her TikTok. If y'all want to follow her on TikTok, go ahead and check her out. She has amazing content. I've watched some of her new stuff, which we might tap into in this episode today. So yeah, Lulu, go ahead and introduce yourself since you know what I'm saying, miss your introduction.
I'm hurt as hell now. Okay. I'm Lulu, your everyday weirdo, back for my 3rd time. Glad to be back, coming to you from SoCal.
Okay, that's what's up. Cool beans. Okay. So I know we some people are short on time, some people are tired today. So we're gonna be mindful of everybody's time today and try to just get right into the subject. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to take up nobody's time. You feel me? So just for an opening conversation, you know what I'm saying? I was gonna bring up, did anybody watch the new Blue Beetle?
Not yet.
Okay. Not yet. Kiari, didn't you do something on your platform about Blue Beetle?
I think I did a video talking about how I think Blue Beetle is going to be really good. We haven't gone to see it yet, so my brother and my dad are going to go see it Sunday, but I'm going out of town, so I'm going to go see it when I come back.
Again with your rounds?
Yep. It's Dragon Con week, so I have to get ready and then get ready to go down there.
Okay, ain't that in like Atlanta or something like that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, bet. That's what's up. Is it your first time or second time going?
It's my first time.
Okay, all right, bet. Lulu, have you seen Blue Beetle?
I absolutely have not.
Okay. Bet. Paris?
Nah.
Well, ain't nobody seen it, huh? All right, well, bet. We'll just skip forward. Has anybody seen the new Ahsoka? Yes? Nay? Yay? Oh, man, y'all ain't no real nerd. All right. All right, we got one person. Okay, can you tell me?
I'm going to binge tonight.
You gonna binge? Who gonna binge tonight?
Me.
Oh, you?
I'm going to find some website.
All right, Kiara, can you tell me how you felt about the first 2 episodes?
The first 2 episodes I thought were absolutely phenomenal. I've been waiting on Ahsoka for forever because I really just think that I can't ever remember her name, but she has always been really good. So it was straight to the action. There was no, let's take a step back and do a flashback and tell you guys what happened. There was none of that. It was straight to the action, straight to the story. No side missions, no side quests. So I thought the first 2 episodes were really good. I think this show is going to be really good.
Okay, bet. Yeah, I like that her new Padawan, you know what I'm saying, is a what do you call it? A Mandalorian, you know what I'm saying, or it comes from that descent. So that was cool to learn, to find out. I think it was kind of funny how in the I think it was the second episode, how the robot was clowning her, talking about she ain't got no type of like skill for the Force or nothing like that. But it was a really cool quote because he was like, basically, it doesn't matter what I think, it's still your journey to travel. So my opinion doesn't matter. So I thought that was really dope.
I like that because they're continuing on from Star Wars Rebels. So
Exactly.
in Star Wars Rebels, she was the apprentice to Ahsoka before Ahsoka walked away.
Right.
So I like that they touched on that and they're like, okay, that's what happened in the past. This is what you need to do right now. The fights were amazing. The Inquisitor, her and Ahsoka versus the Inquisitor was amazing, and her fighting is just like so calm and collected. Like she was breaking no sweat. I was like, yeah, I think it would like this.
I like that swag she put on her fighting style, because you know how, just like how the show, you know, she tucked that head to the side, you know what I'm saying, like looking at everybody like light work. So she definitely bringing it to the bringing the character to life. I think her name is Rosario Dawson or something like that.
Yes, I can never remember her name.
Rosario Dawson, right?
Yes. Yeah. I can never remember her name. She's been good in like all of the things I've seen her, because in Luke Cage, she's like one of my faves. So I can never remember.
They kind of holding her on Luke Cage though. They kind of hold her on that. They just made her. I ain't gonna lie. Between me and you, they kind of made her to jump off. If anybody knows what that means, no? Okay, well yes.
Like that?
Jump off, which I didn't like, because she's much more than a jump off. Like a jump off for the people who may not know is somebody who gets passed around sexually. So
everyone in Sin City, yeah.
Huh?
They made her like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
they sure did.
Smashing all the. Oh, what's up with Kima? Oh man, hey, I appreciate you. Hey, let me go ahead and give her a shout out. By the way, I put her birthday is also today, so shout out to her, the real Kima. Get you up here, you feel me? Got her little, the real Kima. She was on our last episode. She was the woman who went to DreamCon. You feel me? So happy birthday. We got an exclusive with her, and she basically talked about canceling DreamCon. So she gave me the exclusive and basically wanted to explain why she felt that way. I was also at DreamCon, so it was a good conversation, man. So I appreciate you coming on here. Yeah, she says thank you. Yeah, you shouldn't be on here, girl. You should be enjoying your birthday. Make sure you know what I'm saying, do your thing. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so past all that, in other current news, who heard about Sha'Carri Richardson? You know what I'm saying? Finally getting her dub that she well deserved. Anybody?
I heard a little bit about it.
What's going on? Y'all not up to date on nothing?
No, I saw it on Twitter, but I never really just like decided to read more on it.
Oh, okay.
USA haven't been giving her flowers, and first of all, because of her sexuality, then her being a woman, they always.
I didn't know nothing about her sexuality.
So she's lesbian. And
I did not know.
They were trying to cancel her out about it, not giving her proper respect for having the score. Up until recently, Jamaica now they're still holding title for fastest. But she was laughing it off and getting support from everyone as a woman and identifying as a Black woman, to actually getting accolades and respect, because people were bashing her, but also because during the Olympics she was using marijuana, so that's why a lot of people were against her. And so she got disqualified and couldn't compete all the way. Mm-hmm. And everyone was getting on her, kind of like how Brittany Griner was out in Russia and got, she was getting love from our community like she should have, and it's sad.
I agree. Paris,
absolutely agree.
Anything. just a shout out, maybe. Congratulations. I don't know.
I mean, yeah, congratulations again. I'm still trying to process what that whole thing was.
Right. Well said.
Yeah,
So Kiari, how do hey, she brings it home every time. But Kiari, how did you feel about that situation, how it played out? Any thoughts?
I was very happy for her and Noah Lyles, because he also became the fastest man in the world. So I was happy for the both of them, but I was extremely happy for her because what they did when she was smoking, I thought was dumb, especially considering all of the other athletes who have also admitted to doing it, and they got like nothing done to them at all. And then she tried to do a comeback, and she didn't get it. And she just needed the time to work on herself. So she had that time and she came back and she didn't even realize that she won. I think that was probably like my favorite reaction from her was she didn't even realize that she won. She honestly thought that she came maybe second or third. And
I didn't know that.
Saw her
When
time.
I saw her past the finish line, looked like she was already celebrating.
Humble. She humble.
So she was in lane 9, and I don't know if she already thought that she won or she came in like second, but when she saw that her time was the 10:65 and it was the number 1, that's like her facial expression. I was like, that's what I'm talking about. She did really good. So I was very happy for her.
Which I thought was really dope because, first of all, it kind of looked like it was a division between Jamaicans and African Americans. You know how that goes since Black Panther movie and whatnot. There's always been that conversation. So it was good to see them embrace each other. You know what I'm saying? Showing good sportsmanship. I think it was dope that just her speech alone from before she went to the race and after the fact she won was very humble, very, last year she allowed everybody to get in her head, and this year, she was very confident. She said, I'm not doing it for America, I'm not doing it for whoever, I'm doing it for me. So I thought that was a beautiful W. Speaking about the dude who also got the fastest time, I want to bring up, hold on, I want to see if I just had it. 1 second. Her name is Hold on. I don't know how to say her name, bro, but basically she won the world title for the disc throw. You feel me? I don't know how to say. I don't want to butcher it. You feel me? But it's like Lalaga Tasaga Collins. That's my best interpretation.
Okay. Winning the discus.
You feel me? But yeah.
As long as it's not, what was it, Sudan? The niece that was running for Sudan, we good. Because that was a mess. That was nice.
Yeah, I think she did a really good job with the discus.
Yeah. And so she won that. Sha'Carri won that. The guy won that. And that's all Black people. You know what I'm saying? So Black people, we up. You know what I'm saying? That was a beautiful sight to see. But yeah, let's get into this main topic, y'all. That was just the current news. Let's get into the main topic, the meat and the potatoes. I'm a potato. You know how you think you say something in your head, but you don't?
That's the intrusive thought, my guy.
What was I gonna say? All right, so we talking about best pet companion. You feel me? So I'm gonna start it off with one of my favorites that I pulled up, and hopefully some of y'all are familiar with this, but
is that Balto?
Balto.
Yeah, that's Balto.
Mm-hmm. Did he disappear?
Oh, damn.
I love that we just all were like, what?
I don't think I know. Wait, I think I've seen it, but I don't know who that is.
I think that was Balto.
I've got to look it up.
Oh, you got to be a 90s baby.
I'm a 90s baby. I know Balto.
I'm 19.
Oh my. She's a 2000s baby.
I am shocked. I'm always the oldest woman. Oh my God.
I'm a 90s baby. I know Balto.
I'm only one from the 80s. Oh, fudge, man. Damn it. Oh, damn.
Yeah, I don't know.
I gotta put my Tiger Bomb and Ben Gay on.
I do like Balto though. Balto is an interesting choice.
Woo!
Yeah, it's the first time of them together. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, shout out to Jew, man. I meant to screenshot his podcast. He got a podcast. Matter of fact, the way that StreamYard work, I can just do consent, so I'll do that later. But I think it's called the One Piece Podcast. So if y'all want to support him, you know what I'm saying, catch him on Instagram right now. So yeah, past all that. Yeah, how'd y'all feel about the movie Balto? Did anybody else know that besides me? I'm sorry I cut out. It said disconnection out of nowhere. So yeah.
I haven't seen Balto in a long time.
It's been a minute, but yeah, no.
Okay, but at least y'all familiar. You all right? Bet that's fine. You two. Wait, is that 3 for 3? Is that 3 for 3 so far? You just gonna count it up. You gonna find out. We gonna count it up. All right, bet. So, anyways, the reason why I put Balto up here for one of the best campaigns is because basically, if you watch the movie Balto, they had a little girl that was sick. That's who you see in the picture, and her dad goes out to travel somewhere else to get the medicine to bring it back. It was during a hard like blizzard. Dude tips over, breaks his leg, and basically Balto ends up being the hero of the story by leading a pack of people. Well, he was doing it by himself. Brings the dude all the way back, still saves the medicine, saves the little girl. So to wrap it all in a bow, he's definitely a GOAT for that. Definitely bring up one of Kiara's picks.
Hey, that's Sabrina. That's
now look, the Salem I was talking about is from the new Sabrina.
Oh, the new Sabrina from Netflix.
The new Sabrina.
Oh,
and the reason I picked Salem from the new Sabrina. And you could kind of do it from the one with the older Sabrina from like the 90s. But the reason I picked the Salem from the new Sabrina is because he was throwing hands with anybody coming near Sabrina. When she got chased in the cornfield or the corn maze, when she went to go get the apple from the tree and she was attacked by that demon or whatever, and he attacked it for her. I was like, oh yeah, he was willing to throw hands, paws, whatever have you for Sabrina. I was like, yeah.
Wasn't her cat also her cousin? Wasn't the cat also her cousin? The black dude?
No. Salem is like a demon something or other that she called for when she put hers out. Yeah.
Gotcha. Salem was
the one from the 90s was a shit talker for sure. Yeah. That's why I was debating between those two, but I chose the one from the new Sabrina because I was like, good action, absolutely.
Gotcha. What about you, Lulu? You a fan?
I haven't seen the new one. I'm like, nostalgia is always to go for me. So I'm like realizing when you cut off, I was like, I'm always the oldest one on. I'm the only one from the 80s. I was like, oh damn. But definitely 90s Salem. Even though he was like animated with like a puppeteer or whatever, like Lily was the shit talker, but he was witty.
Got you.
The best black cat in any series, I'd say.
I feel that. But Paris, this is another one. This 5 for 5, or you familiar or moving forward? Don't worry about it.
I'm so basic. Like I don't watch nothing except for like mainstream stuff. I don't know.
All right, this is mainstream. So if you don't get this, I don't know what to tell you. No pressure. We're gonna start off with you. I'm not even gonna say nothing. I'm just gonna bring up the picture and we gonna hear you talk. All right.
Nah.
Oh yes.
Please tell me you know who that is.
I at least know. Okay. I've never watched Hercules. I've never watched Hercules. But
girl,
isn't it supposed to be like a freaking? I've seen so many clips. God.
You never seen Hercules? One of Disney's
best Disney
movies of all time?
No, it's
Zero to Hero? I will make a way. I will go the distance.
I listen to his songs, man. I just never.
I will say it. No. I'm in love.
The lyrics.
Wow, get some more culture in you, baby.
Oh my! This is. Oh man!
Probably one of the best and funniest Disney villains that I've ever seen in Hades.
Hades, I remember. Yeah.
That's crazy. You said mainstream. I don't know how much mainstream we can get.
No, yeah, okay, that one's fair. That one's fair. Because I've seen so many clips of it. Like I've watched like probably like 50% of the movie from just the clips that I've seen. But like,
I'm gonna be mad at you. Oh my goodness.
I'm gonna. At
I
this
said I'm
point,
gonna have the binge tonight. I'm gonna have the binge like everything I never watched.
At this point, I'm just gonna go for mainstream shit because at this point I'm just interested to see which one she do know. Honestly,
and I don't know
now
mainstream, so you might one up on me. I'm old. I don't do mainstream.
So what? So does anybody else a fan of Pegasus before we move on?
Yeah.
I like Pegasus. I absolutely love Pegasus. He's another one that was absolutely 100% ready to fight.
Oh yeah, for sure, definitely.
Like he didn't even fuck with Jill at first when
at all.
I like that he didn't fuck with Meg. Like he was letting her know all red. Like,
he was like, I don't like you.
You thought I was killing you? He wasn't playing with her.
I mean, he was definitely an A1. Like, and Eve was made from the red. Zeus made him from the cloud and made him his companion just for him. That's
dope.
love right there.
Facts. All right, so okay, please tell me. Now this was I know before your time. I know this, but he's so mainstream that you had to have heard about it.
I know it's not gonna be.
And he done had multiple different shows after. Okay, so please tell me you know the GOAT. Tell me you know the GOAT.
Oh my god.
Yes, I've seen Blue's Clues.
Okay, thank God. Thank you. Right. There you go. I'm so proud.
My god.
Good job. All right, so how you feel about Blue?
I don't know if he should be included, but yeah.
Girl.
You don't think
girl.
Blue should be
I mean, he's a
included?
good pet, but come on, like,
Who's a girl?
Oh yeah, the pink one was a boy.
No, the pink one's a girl.
Yeah.
Wasn't it?
Magenta's a girl.
Magenta is a girl too.
Yeah, Magenta's the green dog is a boy, but Magenta is a girl, and Magenta is Blue's best friend, and Blue's a girl.
I was always told it was like mismatched or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know where people were getting that, but she's a girl.
Blue is a girl.
Okay.
So how you feel about Blue?
You got blue hair. You gotta represent.
Why you don't feel like Blue should be included?
I mean, it was just the bulldog.
This was the pinnacle of like early 2000s children who
Right.
were in kindergarten.
Yeah, but all was really done was like there was no kind of like character to the. I can't explain it.
This is blasphemy.
Oh my god.
We gonna have to put you on hot takes at this point.
That's crazy as hell.
Oh wow.
Man, that's crazy. All right, let's move forward, bro. My heart's about to break. All right, we gonna move forward to one of Kiari's picks. You know what I'm saying?
Miko.
Go ahead, talk to us about Miko.
Miko is always one of my favorites. One, because he likes to eat.
Facts.
And two, between him and Flick, it was about Pocahontas.
Hummingbird, yeah.
It was about Pocahontas. It was up for Pocahontas all the time.
Miko hit that Birdman when he get the.
So you already know it. He was the first swiping no swiping.
Listen, when John Smith presented her with them dry ass biscuits, I was like, first of all, clearly Popeyes existed at this point because that thing is dry, okay? And Miko was like, "You're not about to choke my girl, but I'm gonna eat it for her."
Right.
But I love me some Miko. Miko was one hell of a companion.
All right, so look, this one. Now I know you know this. And if you don't know this, then we could just throw we could throw hands at this too. This is also one of Kiari's picks. Please tell me.
Oh my god!
Come on now. Come on.
Okay,
No,
I haven't
seen.
Yeah. Huh?
Did you say no?
Huh?
No, I didn't say no. No, I watched Harry Potter. Yeah.
Okay. All right. All right. So Kiari, why did you feel like I think his name is Hedwig?
Hedwig.
Yeah.
She was from like the time that Hagrid gave Hedwig to Harry. Their bond to me was just so cute, and it hurt my heart when they killed her in the last one when they were defending Harry, and she got hit. My heart hurt so bad. I was like, yeah, I didn't have to do none of that. None of that had to happen. She did not have to go. I just felt like just the bond that they had together was one of my favorite things, and she was a really good pet companion to him.
That was the long run because Ron's rat, who was Peter Pettigrew, was like the snitch, and then he was always getting into it with what's her name's cat.
Yep.
They didn't last that long, but Hedwig was like OG to the end. Right up until Baltimore started showing his ass off for real.
She sure was.
Man, day one companion, always there looking out for him, especially when his family was treating him so bad. He was there.
If he had nobody else to talk to, he had Hedwig sitting right there.
Right, because he was gonna come through the window or something. He was gonna be there. They had him in his cage. They was there, all of that. Hedwig was there.
Paris, have you seen?
Bolt.
Okay, good job. You know the name and everything. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
All right, talk to us about Bolt. How'd you feel about the movie? Does he deserve to be on the list?
Okay, yeah, obviously. He did good.
Okay.
He did good.
Okay, bet.
Dang. Nah, he was with her through and through, even after everything. He got replaced and he was still there. Nah. No, I think he's a good choice. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You said character development. How much more you want? How much more? That man had a whole backstory.
It's so to me. It was okay.
Oh man, y'all know y'all not finna clown on Bolt. We not.
I'm not clowning on the movie. I mean, on Bolt himself, but like, you know, the movie just didn't do Bolt the justice that it could have been.
I mean, the little Iron Giant. I mean, Iron Giant was better than that. So I mean, I don't know.
I agree.
True, for sure, but I mean, it's a pet movie.
It was a
pet. Okay, I feel it. All right, so in a minute we're gonna get to some of this anime, but one of the greatest of all times, which everybody across the board should know.
Gary
Bear.
How y'all feel about Gary? Same from SpongeBob.
Of course, he belongs.
Absolutely. Gary has way too much personality to not be on the list somewhere.
And he don't even talk. Out of most of these fans, like, he the only one who don't talk but got the most personality.
And be meowing everywhere, yeah.
Got everything going on. Like,
what you say?
No,
Paris?
wait.
No, the only time.
What was that one episode where he was like in the cloak in the library?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He got everything going on.
When he was like a genius or something like that.
Yeah. The only time he turned is when like Patrick had like what was it, the snail food?
Yeah, he had a cookie.
So the cookie.
Yeah.
Gary,
he had a cookie.
Where you going, Gary? That's the wrong way.
He had a cookie, yeah.
Yep. And he was staying with Patrick under the rock, and SpongeBob was jealous.
Okay. I know this is before your time, but I'm gonna bring up my boy Spike from the Rugrats.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Somebody who I feel like don't get enough credit because, you feel me? Before Tommy had friends, he had Spike. And Spike put it all on the line for my boy. If you ain't seen the movie, you feel me? The kids were lost. They was in the woods. They trying to find their way back. Spike saved them from a wolf. You know what I'm saying? Spike is a real one. You know what I'm saying? So I had to put him on the list.
Agreed.
Spike is like a cardigan, but for babies.
Mm-hmm.
I
Because
agree.
he let them get into no trouble when he went everywhere.
Facts. Yeah, he even got in trouble for them a couple of times though. Like they would blame the dog. Yeah.
Yep.
Thornberries, he was there. When they went to Paris, he was there. When they was all grown up, he was old as shit and was still there.
Yep.
Okay, I got a question for y'all. Pet or family? Because they was gonna go on the list, but I couldn't like decide. Are they pet or is Stitch a pet or is he a family member?
Okay,
family member.
With the chipmunks. In case y'all can't tell.
Technically, he was adopted as a pet.
It's a homage.
Right, he was adopted as a pet.
He was adopted as a pet, but he was more because he's not technically an animal. He's like more of a family member anyway.
But the reason they called it Stitch is because he stitched the family back together.
Mm.
I mean, pets can be family.
Together.
Right, pets can be family. So, pet family.
I was going with both, or is it both?
I would say both.
Yeah.
Same thing for the chipmunks?
No.
For the chipmunks, it was
chipmunks ever.
Hey, check.
No, those
I
were
don't
his
think they were
kids.
treated as pets.
No, they were not. Those are his kids.
They would pay that if Defects was paying out checks, he was getting 3 of them. That's what that was.
Exactly. Because the Defects was just the same.
Say he was a songwriter. Boy, you was getting checks. Because he had PTSD or something the way he was tweaking off them all the time. He was like, if it wasn't for the money, man. I don't know, Dave.
Let's see. Okay. Going with Kiari's pick. Right? That's your pick, right? That's not your pick?
I think that was mine.
Oh, it's your pick. Okay, that's your My fault. You've been behind on the polls, so I forgot that you contributed to the my fault. That's on me. All right, so yeah. So how you feel about this character from Fairy Tale?
I'm not sure if I'm not sure if I should go on. Are we all
familiar
aware of the character?
Oh, then the joke's on us. I mean, I'm familiar. But it's opposite. You feel me? Like you didn't know ours, and now we don't know yours, so it works. You know what I'm saying? Go educate.
I'm just living under a rock. I'm just here.
I don't know what happened to your camera, but yeah, go ahead.
No. I was just saying happy because freaking he's been on Natsu since he was like a baby, okay? And like I don't know, if I ever wanted a companion, I'd want to be like happy, like he's fun, he's like down for anything, he's like always there for him, and he's funny as heck, so I don't know.
I think the episode when they were in the cave and the demon or whatever it was that they were speaking to was like, I'm not going to tell any secrets to any humans. And he's like, well, I'm a cat. And he's like, okay, well, this is what happened. I was like, oh yeah.
He's just down for anything. Like I love him. Sorry.
That's what's up.
But no,
okay,
that's a good pick.
I don't think that. Okay, tell me how y'all feel about Brian from Family Guy.
Talk about trauma bonding. I don't know.
Right. Now,
Brian
got some issues.
Definitely. I mean,
you got an alcoholic dog and a homosexual baby. I don't know how that.
You got an alcoholic dog who wants to hump your wife, like in more ways than one. And I'm just like, not just her leg type thing. And I'm like, come on now.
Brian has literally verbalized how he wants Lois' breasts. So
he went so far as to marry her when they thought Peter was dead, and I was just like, "This is your dog."
But I'm saying though, do that say what that say about Lois though? You know what I'm saying?
For her to be rich and supposed to be smart, she's dealing with poor people problems.
She is, and she loses IQ points every day. She has some dumbass kids.
That's I feel like they that kind of shows a correlation between her and her daddy, because you know her daddy took it to the extra mile.
Come here, Babs. Backing the shit out of her head.
Y'all remember when he pregnated the dog and they came out looking like him? He was like, "You're a whore."
Yeah. And I'm just like, what is going on here?
Okay, so this is one of my favorite shows, but also one of my favorite suggestions from Kiari. I think it was Kiari, but when she said this, I was like, oh yeah, that's fire.
Oh yeah, the direwolves.
I don't know who that is.
They're the direwolves from Game of Thrones. I haven't finished Game of Thrones, but I did get to the part where the direwolves came in, and the one that was with Jon Snow, and I was like, okay. And they are very, very loyal, very aggressive, very protective type things. Like, it's really interesting to see them in the show. So I had to put them on the list as the best pet companions, because in the show it shows you exactly what a best pet companion is.
Thanks. I would say for me, the one that was with Bran definitely protected him all the way through. People thought Bran was dead. You know, Bran wouldn't be alive if it wasn't for his direwolf. Right. So like, definitely got to give a shout out to the direwolves. And I feel like they were so intricate to the show because for the people who read the books, basically every direwolf that the one of the Starks had was a representation of their personality. You know what I'm saying? So like, it's a whole deep thing about it. But yeah, it was nice.
It was kind of like and one of the reasons that I also picked them was it reminded me of how all of the Targaryens get a dragon. And so I'm just like, how the dragons are with their rider is literally how the direwolves are, and I was just like, yeah, I like that. That's a
good correlation right there. Okay, there's 104 days. Come on now. Come on now. So you know Perry?
I mean,
the fact they don't know who he is, though, is just mind-boggling.
I like Perry the Platypus. I like how him and Doofenshmirtz interact with each other when he has no idea who he is without his stuff on. I'm like, please.
How y'all kids do this things, but don't know? That's crazy.
You're right. I mean, it's like the Clark Kent Superman thing that just putting on the glasses.
Yeah. Let me just put on this hat. Even Doofenshmirtz didn't know the difference either, though. Like, that's crazy.
No, and it's every time, and I'm just like, yeah, please.
He said, I think he put it back. I think he took it off in front of him before. He said, Perry, where'd you go?
Yeah, and then he put it back on, and I was like, why?
That's crazy. All right, I'm pretty sure everybody knows who this man is.
Snoopy.
You know what I'm saying? How y'all feel? Come on, Lulu, you gotta know Snoopy.
Of course, I know Snoopy. I grew up watching Christmas special every year. Yes.
Respect. Does he deserve to be on the list?
Absolutely.
Snoopy was a little bit of an asshole. We ain't gonna.
Yeah, he had a lot of personality.
He was.
You know what I'm saying? A nigga that take the football every time you try to kick is, you know what I'm saying?
But sometimes they deserved it. Sometimes they deserved it a little bit.
I respect it. All right, let's get into this anime. Who's familiar with Chainsaw Man? Yeah.
Yes.
One.
A little bit of it.
Yes.
A little bit. Okay. So if you watch a little bit, then that's all you need to see. You saw the first episode. You should know rather than not if he deserves to be on here.
I mean, yeah, they suit each other, so I think
100%.
Yeah. So for me, the reason why I put him on here is basically if you watch Chainsaw Man, they in the trenches. They poor, they getting spitted on, they getting used up, they fight against demons, and they lower tier. They ain't got nothing to like, no type of gear, no type of like special weapon. They just look out for each other. You know what I'm saying? It's a very beautiful story. They starve together. It's a beautiful companionship, and so much to the fact that when the I guess whoever hired them to kill off this demon set them up to be killed. So their bond was so tight that they ended up merging and becoming, one vessel. You feel me? So like, definitely was a beautiful story.
Okay.
Who knows about my boy Courage? Come on now.
I can't hear without my glasses, Courage.
Yes.
And you as knowing damn well they like every episode.
Definitely. Can you get closer to the phone a little bit? Because I can't hear you well. I don't know who's like people talking in the background. But yeah, trying to catch up on that a little bit. Speaking of, okay, let's go to the other goat.
Abu.
You know what I'm saying? Hey,
In the trenches.
In the trenches for sure. If we talk about in the trenches,
real.
He was, hey, bro was from the hood, bro, because when those little kids was looking at them about that loaf of bread, he was not having it, bro. He was like,
he was literally ready to throw it.
He was. Like, I just stole this.
Bro, my mama, like, he almost got caught up in everything. You want me to give up my bread? He was like, come on now, boo. He said, shit. He turned around on the nigga like, no, I ain't.
He was like, I'm hungry too.
Right?
What you mean?
Hey. Okay, what else? How y'all feel about Goddard?
Goddard.
From Jimmy Neutron. Familiar?
That's my baby.
That's legit.
Mm-hmm.
He legit.
Mm-hmm.
Because he was he was more like of a parent to him than I feel like his parent.
Definitely like a guardian for sure.
Mm-hmm.
For sure. Okay, let's just bring up one of the best of all time.
Scooby.
Yo, Mystery Inc. was the best series they had of them.
Oh my god.
Which one?
Mystery Inc. was so good.
my favorite oh, I can't hear you. What you said?
That was the dopest shit they ever did.
Mm-hmm.
Agreed. My favorite series was A Pup Named Scooby Doo. I was thinking about putting that on here instead. One of the best shows of all time. Yeah, for sure. Scooby definitely deserves it. I mean, I don't feel like, you know what I'm saying, you need all that snack courage to, you know what I'm saying, to go do something, you know what I'm saying? But, you know what I'm saying, I respect it, though. I respect Scooby.
I feel him.
It was free. It was free. It was free food. It didn't matter.
Exactly.
But the way Scooby ate, he should have been like a diabetic.
I'm saying.
Yeah, man. Because this nigga eating Scooby snacks on top of that. Like,
exactly.
He food and regular food.
I'm saying.
Sandwiches, the whole buffet, and everything.
I think crazy. The most I've ever actually seen them eat was Scooby-Doo and the Witch's Ghost. When they went to the restaurant, he was like, eat whatever you want. Why would you tell him that? Why would you tell him that?
I was
on you. I got to go get more food. Yeah, I bet you do. You told them they can eat however much they want to. Why would you tell them that?
Pretty much. All right, so now Paris brought up character development. You can't talk about a pet about character development without bringing up my nigga Appa from Avatar: The Last Airbender. Now, I don't know how familiar y'all are, but Avatar: The Last Airbender is one of my favorite shows of all time. And Appa is a real nigga. Appa.
No, for real.
Huh?
Choose a green.
Nah, just yeah.
Yeah. Appa was given to him when back in the day when he was an air nomad. So they got a lot in common for one, because both like how his how Aang pretty much lost all the air nomads from the genocide. It's the same thing with Appa. You feel what I'm saying? So they like the last relics of their time. So their bond is super, super duper close. Like he's the only thing that Aang has from his time besides King Bumi. You know what I'm saying? But even with that being said, he's a lord, so they not really, you know what I mean? They got their own different agendas. So there's that. And then when Appa got kidnapped, that's how you know how strong the bond was, because Aang was finna say, fuck all that pacifist shit. I'm knocking niggas the fuck off. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. Appa's a real, when Appa finally got free and he was lost and shit, Appa was like, nah, I ain't got Aang, but I'm holding my own. Like, boy was fighting against other beasts, he was fighting against other slave masters and shit. Like, Appa was putting it on for the field. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, Appa's one of my favorites.
I agree.
Let's see, okay, I think it's a pick from Paris.
Yeah.
Jake.
Tell us about Jake.
Jake is a lover. He a Rotterdam, but he a lover boy.
No.
He got corn, Lady Rainicorn. Oh, that was his boo thing.
Uh-huh.
But he's the ultimate companion. I mean, he shapeshifts.
True.
True.
Jake from day. I mean, with Finn from day one. They were together.
Nah, he was always there. That's also like how you said before, like of like family versus pet. Because like I'm not even sure.
I was thinking the same thing, but I wasn't sure either. So I'm like, hey, she put it up there, so I'm just gonna put them on. But I thought to myself that honestly, that's what inspired me to put those two together. Because I'm like, I don't know whether this is pet or family, like, because they. I mean, you're a whole person down there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Like another person, I didn't even put him on the list because I was like, what's his name? I don't know who watches One Piece, but my boy Chopper. I didn't bring Chopper up here because I was like, nah, he a person. Like, you know what I'm saying? He not a pet. He a whole doctor. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. So I didn't put him up here, but I thought I guess honorable mention for Chopper. I forgot who put this up here.
That's me. Roquefort.
Talk about it. Tell us about it. Wasn't
that
so?
Yeah, he's from the Aristocats. And of course he was with Duchess and the Kittens for like since the Kittens was kittens. So like he's been with Duchess for a minute. And so when they were in trouble, he didn't even hesitate to go get some help. And of course he was about to throw hands with all the cats because I'm trying to tell you that my family back here is in trouble and y'all playing with me. Nice. So and then when they were trying to get out, like when the butler had them all in the box getting ready to go to Timbuktu, and he fighting off cats and all kinds of stuff, trying to get them out of the trunk so that they could be free. I was like, yeah, Roquefort is it. Gotcha. I love Mr. Roquefort.
I don't remember him at all in the movie.
I love Mr. Roquefort. When he ran into Thomas O'Malley and he's like telling him like what was going on with Duchess and them, and he was like, all right, cool, go to the alley and go get these cats. And he's like, but I'm a mouse. Right. He was like, well, just tell them that I sent you. And he was like, what is that supposed to do for me? Because I'm still a mouse. So like when he went back to go get them and they were like, well, we're going to eat you. And he was like, why did I listen to Thomas O'Malley? And they're like, oh, well, let's go. I was like, yeah, you couldn't have sent nobody else.
How do y'all feel about my nigga Gur from Invader Zim?
I love Gur.
So Gur actually was saving this nigga like multiple times. Like, don't get me wrong, Gur put my nigga Zim in a lot of sticky situations he should have been in. You know what I'm saying? Like, just based off of him being dumb as fuck. You know what I'm saying? But Gur's potential is high. You know what I'm saying? Like, Gur is a real one.
Gur is hilarious.
He's hilarious. So, yeah. I mean, and he dresses up as a dog. So, just so y'all know, he is basically a pet. You know what I'm saying? If Goddard's considered a pet, so is Gur. but it's debatable whether or not if he should be considered best companion. Because again, like we said, he wasn't really companion. Yeah, he wasn't really doing that. So let's go with another one of her picks.
Yay! Sergeant Tibbs.
From the Dalmatians.
Yes. Even though like 101 Dalmatians is like a dog movie, Sergeant Tibbs towards like the middle-ish to the end was quite literally star of the show because the general was not about to handle nothing if Sergeant Tibbs didn't go in and handle it for him. So not only did he save like the original 15, 16 of them, he saved a whole other like 84 or 85 of them. It was like, let's get out of here. On top of beating up the other two goons, on top of getting them out of like the whole entire, getting them to the farm, they would not have made it, and Perdita and Pongo would not have had their kids. Cruella would have had her coat, and maybe like 2 or 3 more. Cruella would have had her coat, and maybe 2 or 3 extra ones if Sergeant Tibbs didn't take his little ass in the house.
All right, so this is probably number 1 pick, honestly. But y'all let me know. Y'all gonna tell me who y'all think is the best one after this, by the way, too. But my nigga Rufus. My nigga had a whole song dedicated to him. Naked mole rat. You know what I'm saying? Rufus
was in Ron's pocket eating nachos.
Throwing hands. You feel me? Helping them escape. You know what I'm saying? He was the best person to kick it with when they went to the what's it called? The Nacho something.
Nacho Grande.
Nacho Grande. Hey, out of all anime foods or animated foods, that shit look good as a motherfucker. If Nacho Grande existed in real life, I'm sliding. Definitely.
That ain't nothing Bell and Chipotle mixed together for real.
Right.
The dripping cheese from the wrap, like,
but it don't top the cheese from a Goofy movie though.
It don't.
Nothing will
It
ever
don't.
top that shit.
I see you for sure. All right, so yeah, Rufus is like damn near one of my number 1 picks for sure. You know what I'm saying? I could go with my other number 1, but now we're gonna go with a good one. Gotta give it to my nigga Fido from the Mask.
Yeah,
that's a troublemaker right there.
He is so cute.
Nah, what?
Mm-hmm.
He knew better though, and he did it on purpose.
Mm-hmm.
He used to wake my nigga up for work. Like he did all types of shit. Like he was a real one.
Pissing on stuff. No, he was an asshole. But he was a sweetie pie, but he was still an asshole.
The end of show love. Oh, appreciate you, Jayla. Definitely. But yeah, Fido was a real one. I mean, Stanley would have got out half the shit he did without Fido. So you feel me?
He definitely would not have gotten out of jail.
Definitely.
He would have been stuck.
Now, this is a movie, and I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all haven't seen it, and I just want to put him up there because this is one of the saddest deaths I've ever seen in all of movies, but in all of cinema. Marley. So Marley.
Oh, God.
Now, that's a companion for your ass.
Oh, God.
That dog right there. Now, when I watched that movie, what's up with Cuzzo? When I saw that movie, oh, sorry, go ahead.
It's not what you expect it would be. And there's so many life lessons in there. And you think you're upset with the hand that you were dealt, and then someone else is jealous what you had, but you had more love, and that person admired you, and that dog went through every milestone for that family.
Mm-hmm.
And that was pure unconditional love right there. And I guess because it wasn't animated, it was like humans and a real dog acted out. I guess that makes someone to be more empathetic towards what happened. That's a fucking phenomenal ass movie.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
I agree. Yeah, when I saw that movie, I said to myself, like, I get it, white people. Like, I understand now. I get it.
Oh my god.
I get it. I get it now. Like before, I was like, "Yo, these niggas be wildin'." But when I saw Marley, I said, "Yeah, y'all, I understand. I get it. I understand. This makes perfect sense."
If it was Marmaduke, that would have been a different story.
Right, different.
Going with another anime. Who knows Kiara?
Kilala. That's my girl.
No,
I love her. I love her when she is so small. She's so cute.
Super cute. Definitely.
But see, that reminds me of the one that I forgot to put on the list.
Who?
Yakul from Princess Mononoke.
Yeah. That's like, hey, yeah, the wolf. Yeah.
No, not the wolf.
No, not the wolf.
But no, it's the one that the prince is on
the deer.
all the time. Yes. Well,
gotcha,
whatever he's called. Yeah, him. Where he tried, like, he was like, "You not leaving me. I'm protecting you. They not getting you. I'm right here." And even when he got shot with the arrow and was injured and absolutely could not walk, he was like, "You are not leaving me behind because I'm going with you. Like, we are a team, sir." I cannot believe I forgot to put him on the list either.
Yeah, that's definitely a high tier mention for sure. Like, definitely should have been on here. I don't know who saw this, right? But this is more for a joke. This is kind of for laughs. But who is familiar with Invincible?
Oh God. Don't do that. Don't do her like that because that's dirty. Do not do her like that because that was dirty.
That's what he called her. He called her.
Don't do her like that. He was wrong for that. He was wrong for that. He was wrong for that. Don't do her like that.
You
him saying, "I love your mom, but she's more like a pet to me." Go to hell. Immediately.
That's basically what happened.
Please.
So, basically, this man named Omni-Man, he's the hero of the town. He's a Vulturemite. He's basically the Superman of that universe, right? Goes down to Earth, saves a bunch of people, gets married to the girl who was the pet named Debbie. And basically, he goes to different worlds to conquer, and he tries to have, kids with them, procreate, to have more Vulturemites, to govern that world. So he had a baby with her, but it wasn't positive that, that Mark would eventually have power. So really, he was just passing time. So he's like, she's more like a pet. Like, I'm not really.
And he was full of shit when he said it too. He was full of shit. He was full of shit when he said it too, because you could tell he was hurt when he said it too. And I was like, I could not be on the other line listening in on this conversation. And my husband, who I just had a child with and spent 18 years of my life with, is calling me a pet right now.
That's the cold part. He just said the whole world to see. Like, they was watching it on the big screen.
That sounds like Ego from Guardian of the Galaxy. That's what that story sound like.
Pretty much.
Basically.
Pretty much. Hey, good reference. I like that.
Basically.
Pretty much.
He would have had to fight me. He would have had to fight me. Because you calling me a pet on live TV, I'm about to let out all of your I'm about to let out all of your idiosyncrasies in bed, sir. Because what are you doing?
Let me see.
You know who I thought you would have had on here? Abner and Arnold. From Hey
Abner and Arnold.
From Hey Arnold.
The pig.
Oh, the pig. Oh yeah. Did he have any episodes where it was like really focused on him?
He was always there.
He was just there though.
Yeah, he was there. I don't remember if they had any like just for him though.
Got you. So yeah, this is from
Frank. Frank,
my
nigga Frank.
Frank wanted the hot dog, man.
How y'all feel about my boy Frank?
Frank just wanted to be left alone. Frank didn't give a damn about nothing that was happening until you made it a big deal. It wasn't nothing until you made it something. He was minding his business.
Frank was he was a real New Yorker. He was just like, I'm here. Fuck y'all.
Mm-hmm.
He was with the shits though.
He was.
Definitely. Cursing niggas out the whole shit.
But he was acting up when he got his MIB suit.
Oh yeah, definitely was strutting for sure. Gotta give out a shout out to my boy Monkey from Dexter's Laboratory. You know what I'm saying? One of my favorites of all time. Superhero on the low. Basically, we talking about Perry the Platypus, but the first one to do it. You know what I'm saying?
You
Also,
only put him on there because he be with Miss Honey.
I was about to say that. He said the bad. You guys know your type, man. I know your
there's
type.
no cap.
I know your
There's
type.
no cap. Let me go ahead first. So this is called tap in or capping. When you say something that we all agree on,
Tap in. Like,
we pretty much tapped in with that one. Agent Honey, do what it do. That was my favorite. You know what I'm saying? That was my first cartoon crush. You know what I'm saying? With the accent and whatnot. But Monkey was a real one though. He even saved the Powerpuff Girls on an episode. So no, like I'm really a fan of Monkey. But
that's a man perspective right there. That is such a man perspective. Yeah, you know what that's influenced by, my dear.
Right.
Don't make it seem like you wasn't a fan of Miss Honey, too.
No, that's because a lot of guys, me finding out like a lot of guys had a thing for Nala from The Lion King, I was like, whoa.
Oh no, that's crazy.
You know what? Listen.
That's wild. But I saw a comparison between Nala and Tim's, and I was like, I see it. And Tim's is bad. Tim's the singer. You never heard of Tim's? You know,
I'm about to say she just won an award on, was it the MTV Awards or BET Awards? She just won something, and then she's on the Black Panther 2 album soundtrack.
Song you're talking about, but
because I think she does No Woman No Cry. I think it's the one that she does.
All right, well, yeah. So shout out to her and Nala, but no, I definitely didn't have a thing for Nala. That's weird.
Listen, I found out a lot of my friends were like, I really like the hot one from Lion King, and I'm like,
the hot one.
But a lot of girls felt like Scar was daddy too.
That's what I be talking about. That was
this
like,
is also facts.
Who are you talking about? Who could you possibly be talking about right now? And they were like, well, you know, between Scar and Mufasa, because they got them daddy vibes, and I'm like, no, ma'am, no, I don't know what you mean. And then somebody even went so far as to be like, well, you know, because Kerchak from Tarzan, I said, stop.
No.
Nah.
There's a whole human being right there in Tarzan, and you're talking about Kerchak?
And that's
crazy.
Can you imagine Rosie O'Donnell voice saying some nasty shit in your ear? Oh my god.
That's disgusting.
Gross.
Please.
I'm judging at that point.
I cannot.
Crazy.
Because you know, there's that guy on Instagram, Mastermind Connect, who draws the animal characters like as if they have. So like when he did it for Mufasa, Simba, and Scar with the suit, it was just like they were like, "Oh my god, somebody just brought my fantasy to life." Your fantasy of what, ma'am?
They was wilding out in the comments.
Oh my god.
Also, I think that's them hentai motherfuckers right there.
I'm telling you now.
Going with, let's see, I don't even know a pick to go with. We only got a few more, y'all. We got a good amount. So, as a joke as well, I don't know who has seen Underworld, but it's Rise of the Lycans.
You play too much.
You bored.
Play too much.
I mean, it's a fact though. Is it in my room?
I mean, technically it is, but you play too much.
Yeah, shout out to my boy Lucius. You know what I'm saying?
You just wanted a Black Power moment. That's what
I ain't gonna lie. That's one of my favorite scenes ever. We can be animals, or we can be lions. Bro, I stood up. Yeah.
not the Transformers speech. Stand up, Captain America.
Hey, one of the best speeches of all time. He's dude. Is this what you want to be? Their pets, their playthings. Hey, that's my nigga. That's my nigga, bro. That nigga Luke is hey. Shout out to my nigga Luke, man. Big L. Who's familiar with Cats and Dogs? The movie.
Oh, it's
Yeah, it's been a minute.
My nigga Luke. No?
It's been a minute, like a really long minute.
No
Like when it
love
first
for
came
Luke?
out, a minute.
The dogs they was beefing or whatever via like internet and stuff, but then they work together, right?
Right.
Yeah,
It's been a minute.
it has been a minute.
Okay, all right. Paris, you not familiar with the movie Cats and Dogs?
Nah, yeah, I'm about to go. No. I was gonna leave at 9, but
That's crazy. You say you finna dip?
yeah.
All right, bet. All right, I'll holler at you.
So I can add her on Insta.
Yeah. I got her banner up. I'll put it up for you. Hold on. Killjoy.
Okay, good.
Bang bang. But yeah, next time we gonna pick a subject that you more familiar with. We got you. But thank you for chiming in though. Your hair looks beautiful.
Yeah, thank you. It was nice meeting y'all.
All right.
Bye.
All right, now the adults. All right, so
Ass up, boy.
I'm just being honest. So you know
I'm
what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie. She got me worried about the youth. I ain't gonna lie. She got me worried. I'm not gonna cap. She got me worried.
No, but look, she's close to my daughter's age, and my daughter wouldn't have known none of this shit.
That's that's a reflection of you. She should know.
But my daughter's 17. No, she's 19.
Hercules.
My daughter wouldn't have known none of the shit besides Scooby Doo and Phineas and Ferb, and she wouldn't have been.
Hey.
She loves anime. She probably would have known them, but
Okay.
Anime still works.
Okay. I don't know. Speaking about anime, let's go comics.
Yo,
You right, Kiara?
I love Ace the Bad Hound.
I did not know that he had a companion.
What?
I'm shocked at myself. I didn't know.
So one of my favorite things about Ace the Bat, or one of my favorite appearances of Ace the Bat Hound is during Batman Beyond.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, during Batman Beyond.
Hold on. Let me tap in
During
with that
Batman
too.
Beyond, absolutely.
Let me tap in. Hold on.
Tap in.
Got to.
Absolutely, 100%. That is my favorite appearance of Ace the Bat Hound because, he was so serious. You not breaking into my house. You not touching my bastard. You not doing none of that. Ace the Bat Hound is always about it. That's my baby.
I've never heard him ever before. I am
Really?
Let me show y'all.
That's my
how
baby.
Show y'all how real it is. You know what I'm saying? Real fan.
Look
A real fan. That's my Batman Beyond is one of my, like I said, Avatar series, one of my top number 1, number 2, maybe, you feel me? This is also in that category. One
Batman
of my
Beyond
favorite
is
anime
good.
series of all time. Also, Terry is one of my favorite Bat family members of all time. Didn't even know until way down the line that he was actually related to Bruce. You feel me? Like, that's his kid.
Genetically speaking.
Huh?
Genetically speaking.
Genetically, but it makes a lot of sense. And I also like that Terry's from the hood. I don't know if anybody knows this, but so is Batman. But Terry from the hood, like Terry,
Batman hood.
He hitting niggas in the nuts. He doing all
Batman is not from the hood.
He's a
Batman is definitely from the hood.
Batman is they ain't been in the trenches.
Hold on. There was a scene, right? Not even a scene. First of all, there's a lot of correlation that we can have that conversation one day if you want to. We can have a separate episode. But he's definitely from the hood. In one of the suits that Batman was wearing in one of his movies, he was wearing Jordans. Okay, that's first and foremost.
That's because Michael Keaton wanted Jordans to be comfy.
Oh, hey, but he was wearing Jordans. I'm just saying the nigga got real nigga.
Nah. But if we're talking about Batman, we got
more evidence. Hold on. Point number 2. I read comics like you read comics. So there's a point in a comic where he's trying to transport Two-Face to another facility, right, to go to jail, and he gets faced with Killer Croc, and Killer Croc says, "Oh, you're not made like I am. You from Gotham." And so Batman threw a boomerang, caught this nigga with the thing on the boomerang to connect to him to where he couldn't move nowhere, and got him booted off the train. He said, "Yeah, take that shit back to where you from." That's a hood nigga statement. Only hood niggas say that, bro. He literally begging on Gotham.
But what I'm saying is he's been around black people. He dated one. So of course he know how to talk like that.
Okay, so
that don't mean he's from the hood, because that boy has been in mansions.
He's a billionaire.
Exactly, he's a billionaire trust fund baby. He was not anywhere near the hood, because if he was, we wouldn't be beating up homeless people who steal bread.
Just because you wasn't born in the hood, if I'm in the hood every day of my life, I'm every night 24 hours in the hood, you mean to tell me I can't claim the hood?
No. Because what is he doing there? What is he doing there?
Because it is more
in a real nigga way.
He not doing
that. He over there beating up people who steal bread.
What you mean? That's what they doing.
They hungry.
That's what they doing in the hood. What you mean?
No, they're not. He also putting people in the mental asylum to help them, knowing good and well they're not going to get any help. They're only going to be escaped or killed.
So basically,
but it lines his pocket. It lines his pockets as long as the hospital is full.
So what you're telling me is you prefer Batman to be a killer. You prefer for him not to be a hero. That's what you're saying?
I don't have a problem with Batman being a hero. However, if you're going to have a code, your code should make sense, because ain't no way in hell that the Joker has that many murders on you and you ain't done shit except put his ass in a place that he know how to get out of.
So Batman is a character, right, that stands on his ethos, right? Which, depending on what side of the line you at, it could be a great thing or a really bad thing. He's basically
but he kills people though.
So in Captain America in the comics, right? Do you know? Because you read comics, I read comics. You know X-23, right? Okay. So when X-23 had killed all those people, when they had that scent for her to kill people, they wanted to knock X-23 off, or at least put her in jail, because it was like, oh, she's a murderer. But that nigga was like, and I'm not even sure if it was Cap, it could have been Iron Man. One of them was like, hey, at the end of the day, it wasn't her fault. Like, that's how they designed her to be. And at the end of the day, they're heroes. So it's like they have
Batman is human.
But Batman doesn't have the same principles as that.
But he's fighting against metahumans. You know what I'm saying?
He fights it when he's with the Justice League. Of course, he's fighting against metahumans. But when he is in Gotham, he is fighting against human people other than Poison Ivy.
Hold on, what would you call Clayface? What would you call Killer Croc? Like, we can keep going.
So you've got out of his entire rogues gallery, you've got maybe about 5 or 6 people who are metahumans. Right. So, but you also have people, Nightwing, Jason Todd, Damian. You also, and Onyx Adams, and whoever else, because Clayface, I think, is now part of the Bat family now anyway. But I'm saying, like, you have people who are willing to assist you in the things that you do, but you won't let them do it because you want to put them here, and there's a proper punishment for the things that they've done. He raped and paralyzed Barbara, and instead of putting his ass down like the dog that he is, you put him nowhere. He killed Jason Todd, and you didn't let Jason Todd get his revenge. Why?
Basically, but you lynched a mental patient. If he kills, then he's just like everybody else.
But he's killed before.
Hold on, but listen, yes. But if he justifies a reason for killing somebody, then that means whatever time, it's kind of like when Superman's unhinged. When Superman doesn't have that moral code to stop him from going OP, then you saw how the world turns out. It's just imagine Batman. Like, if Batman just said, fuck it, I'm gonna kill whoever the fuck I want to kill. Who's gonna stop this nigga?
But see, the thing is that they gave you that reflection in Flashpoint Paradox when his father, who uses guns, kills people. The only one he didn't kill was Martha,
That's his
and that was
daddy.
because it's his wife.
But that's because it's his daddy. His daddy.
No,
not
but I'm
Bruce.
saying like they gave you the parallel of this is what happens when Batman doesn't, and this is what happens when Batman does. The city was still fine, but Thomas Wayne ain't above shooting nobody. Just like 1610 Captain America ain't above popping somebody in the head. Just like he beat the crap out of what's his face Punisher in the church. You understand?
The difference is that Batman's actually insane though. Batman knows himself that he is on the cusp of like being
then
a fucking
let
villain.
your other people do it. You started this entire Bat family, Batman Incorporated thing, and not everybody has the same moral compass as you. But if you don't want to be the one to do it, and there are other people, Jason Todd, who are perfectly fine doing it, then let it happen.
Yeah.
But when it comes to the Joker, like it could be Penguin, it could be Poison Ivy, you wouldn't even care. When it comes to the Joker, nobody can touch the Joker except for you. But then you don't do it.
I feel you. I also feel like I agree because it's the same thing like with the X-Men. Like the X-Men want to be on this higher moral ground. We don't kill people, yada yada. But then
they slicing people up.
But then they made up the X-Force, and them niggas like they just knock these niggas off on the low. You know
exactly.
what I'm saying?
Yes. X-Force, Excalibur. Everybody wants to have this moral compass, and then they come with a team behind the scenes that's willing to break the moral compass. If you don't want to do it, let them do it. Now, hell.
I hear you.
I got a question about Batman in the comics. Is it true that the Joker really was Albert?
No,
Alfred.
Not. I wish he was, but no.
At one point, Alfred is a bad guy. I don't think necessarily he was the Joker, but he was a bad guy. There was something that happened. He had like a bipolar mental break or something like that, where he's like almost two people, and he was a villain at one point in time. But then they did away with that at some point. That was really early.
Yeah, they teased with that, and I would have loved it if that would have made the Joker so much more popular if he was to be Alfred. Because for me, Alfred is my number one favorite Bat family member. Now we talk about niggas who don't care about knocking niggas the fuck off.
I'm telling you, Alfred comes with the shit every day.
I'm not hesitating, nigga. Niggas think they finna run hands with Alfred, the fucking 8-year-old. This nigga, huh? What we doing?
Exactly. And he don't take shit from nobody. He talks shit to Bruce. He talks shit to Damian. He said I think it was one time Damian says something and Alfred was like, either you gonna get him or I'm gonna get him. And you don't want me to get him. So I suggest that you do.
Alfred, that's a real nigga. That's my favorite Bat family member.
Alfred don't take no shit.
He's the glue of the family. Don't sleep on his skills because the man got hands. He also helped train Bruce. He also was the person who made Dick Grayson a trust fund to be, the inheritance of his will, which was hella money from the Wayne Foundation. You know what I'm saying? Like
that's why he took his shit and went to Bloodhaven.
Yeah, my boy Alfred is unsung
Alfred
hero.
and Ace the Bat Hound are just literally the staple for Batman for me.
I agree. I agree. Let's go to another one of your picks.
Jolly. Speaking of another animal that has absolutely no problem throwing hands, Jolly. I believe he's been with Esmeralda for a good minute, like since he was technically a kid, like so since he was a little baby. And I always love that joke when he headbutts Phoebus in the church and he's like, I didn't know you had a kid. And I'm like, you're funny, that's funny. But he'd be like, you're not touching my girl, none of that. And he was always ready to throw down. Absolutely. I love Jolly.
Can we also give a shout out to Esmeralda for being one of the finest Disney characters?
That's my girl. That's my girl. That's my girl.
I don't know why niggas don't talk about her. Like niggas talk
That is
about
my girl.
Jasmine, they talk about everybody else, but don't bring up Esmeralda. Like,
and I've never understood that.
They discriminate against gypsies,
Mm-hmm.
Romanians, like all the different parts of Europe. They don't fuck with them like that.
See, when I was talking about Disney villains, and people thought I was crazy for having Judge Claude Frollo at number 1, and I'm like, did you see what he was doing to get to her?
He was like a Hitler of that time.
Literally, I'm like, did you see what he was doing to get to her? Are you for real?
Minorities, people who were racially different. He didn't fuck.
He was racist. He was sexist. He was like the groping her in the church was the it for me. I was like, and then you burn down a city to get to her, and she don't want you. And then you try to burn her at the stake in front of everybody because she still don't want you. Like, come on now.
That's the epitome of the male ego.
Yeah.
Crazy.
But
her and Jolly are such a good team. I love them.
Let's go with a goodie that y'all may not, you feel me, know like that, but it was one of my favorites. My nigga Stanley. With the fish.
Wow.
Lord.
Hey.
Okay.
That's one of my favorites. You know what I mean? Honorable mention. We also go Garfield. You know what I'm saying?
Garfield.
Also, I never was a fan, but I thought he had to be up there.
He didn't love John
at all. But you know, there's
he just loved lasagna.
Does anybody watch like conspiracy theories? Like when it comes to cartoons and shit?
Sometimes it depends on what it is.
He had a love-hate relationship with John, and hated Mondays because after the weekend was the longest time that he spent with them, and Monday they was just like, really, he just hated he'd be gone so long until he could get lasagna.
Yep. Yep. He wanted some food.
One of the conspiracy theories that I saw, which I think has been confirmed, is that John's not his actual owner. Like so basically John kidnapped Garfield and basically is like keeping him captured, and he's like feeding him lasagna to keep him happy. But his owner actually came to the house one day looking for his cat. And when in the video game for Garfield, where he goes to the basement of the house, you can see the neighbor that came to look for Garfield, his bones chained up and shit like that, like as a tortured person. So it's really like a sinister twist to the Garfield like comic. So yeah, that
interesting.
That would make John a sociopath.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, which is actually very interesting. That's the kind of shit I like to learn about, like when you watch shows like Once Upon a Time, like, you know what I mean, the backstory that you didn't know, like it's like, oh shit, okay, like I fuck with that. It's way better writing, you know what I mean, but it's more for adults, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Okay, we got some fans. Okay, sure. Now Gringer, I don't fuck with him. I don't fuck with that scary ass shit. But when he finally transforms, you know what I'm saying? Then yeah, that's my nigga. You know what I'm saying?
It's super funny you bring up He-Man when I just said the other day that Skeletor was He-Man and she was Uncle.
Wait, say that again?
I said Skeletor is He-Man and She-Ra's uncle.
And Shiva's uncle?
Mm-hmm.
Is
he? He don't run that shit though. He a fool for her.
Is he?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't realize that. Is that so? Wait, that's the king's brother.
He's the king's half brother.
That's crazy.
I didn't know.
Listen, I just posted that on. I posted it on TikTok as a. Did you know? Because my dad actually came downstairs and he was like, "Did you know that Skeletor was He-Man and she was Uncle?" I was like, "Yes." The only reason I know that is because the crossover between Masters of the Universe and Injustice, when he stabbed Superman. Yep. I was looking up He-Man things because there was another instance where He-Man and Superman fought. Bless you. Oh, bless you. And I was looking up things and I saw that. And I was like, I did not know that he was their uncle. That's interesting. And I just I didn't say anything because I thought my dad knew.
Every time you see him
okay, so apparently he does because I asked one of my friends, and apparently he says it in an episode, Skeletor like says it, and then in the 2012 reboot of the comics, they do say it.
Okay. Shit, I'm a huge He-Man fan, so it's interesting. I didn't know that. Or maybe I did and I forgot, but that's dope.
Yeah, when a lot of people commenting on the video were like, yeah, they said it in the episodes. I was like, I never actually watched a lot of He-Man. I've seen a few episodes of He-Man, but I more so just was like looking up comics and stuff for He-Man before I watched anything, and I just happened to find that out.
Got you. All right, so I don't know who watches Shield Hero.
Oh yeah,
that's my girl Philo. You know what I'm saying? So Philo's one of my favorites because we also talk about pets that don't give a fuck about putting it all on the line and killing people and whatnot. If you fuck with hers, boy, she going full in.
It's over.
She's powerful as fuck because she's a queen, like you know what I'm saying, of her species. So yeah, Philo, she done went against giants, everything, boy. She gonna give you the beatbox, the works. You know what I'm saying? Philo, one of my favorites for sure, easily. Definitely love their chemistry and their bond in that show, like because he was also in the trenches. You know what I'm saying? Like, so. Who else? Gotta give a shout out to Granny, and Tweety and Sylvester. You know what I'm saying? That was
if they didn't do nothing else, they loved their granny.
Oh yeah, for sure.
They could have hated each other, but they loved their granny.
Definitely. And this might be the last one. I think that might be the last one. Hold on. Oh yeah, so I got 2 questions, and then we're gonna 3 questions, and then we're gonna wrap it up. I think that was everything. Yeah, let me see.
Now see, you forgot
you got this. No, I got this. Okay, we do got one more. I got you.
Jacques and Gus. Oh my god. Absolutely yes. They were absolutely 100% down for Cinderella. And Gus was not afraid to throw hands with the cat over his food. He said, "You're not about to take none of that from me. She gave it to me. It's mine." So, and Jacques basically like being the leader of all of them, making sure they was all straight, making sure Cinderella was straight. Jacques and Gus was it too.
They was both OGs. Like they held that shit.
They sure did.
Up sisters, and they looked out for Cinderella's best interest.
They sure did.
I know y'all may not know this, but I had to give a shout out
to
okay. I had to give a shout out to Dino Nut because this man needs his fucking flowers. Boy, like Dino Nut, he was the first of all, he was so much of a companion that the nigga ended up being like the main story. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the first time that's ever happened where a superhero has a sidekick dog or pet or whatever, and the sidekick got more notoriety than the actual hero. You feel what I'm saying? So like Dino Nut, he was definitely like, he would save the day. He was hella dynamic. He was funny. He would get the bad guy on accident. Like, yeah, definitely.
Him and Scooby together was always fun too.
You said him and who? Scooby?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, because they did that crossover for sure. Mm-hmm. All right, so I got just these few last questions, and then we gonna go ahead and just cut the show. But I appreciate everybody being on here, giving me y'all time. So another birthday girl was, my girl Sunflower Samurai. She's a very popular cosplayer. I was watching her live today. Met her. Where did I meet her? I think I met her at San Diego Comic-Con. I think I met her down there, and she was doing her avatar thing. So yeah, she was doing a live, and basically I don't know what you call it, picture charade or whatever, where you're supposed to guess the anime. So you can't see the full picture, but on the side of this is a woman. Based off of a woman in these images, what anime is this?
I don't know nothing about no anime, baby. You know
Woman, that. Pig, Crown.
Because when she did it, I said I don't know. But once they said what it was, I was like, oh, okay. You just gotta guess the anime. You gotta guess the person.
I'm trying to think.
I would have lost $1 million because I don't know.
I'm trying to think because I feel like I know. I feel like I know what it is, but I'm just like, do I know what this is?
Give me your first few guesses. If you can't get it, then I'll just tell you, and we'll move forward.
Woman crown pig.
Yes. It's gonna blow your mind once you get it.
That's not the one, the pig with the.
I can't think of any animes that have a pig in them.
Think harder.
Maybe I'm tripping.
That ain't Kiki Delivery. She don't got no pig, do she?
Mm-mm.
Yeah. I wouldn't know.
Let me know.
I cannot.
You give up?
I've been up since 2:00 this morning. You're asking me too many things right now.
So you want me?
Yeah.
You want me to tell you?
Yeah.
Okay, so basically, it's 7 deadly sins. You got it?
Who is the pig?
The princess with the Elizabeth. She's a princess. The pig. Yeah. So.
Oh. Yeah. I would not. I was in here like, what anime even has a pig?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I never finished seven deadly sins, but yeah, it was decent.
I forget.
Yeah. And then what's my last 2 questions? It's hard to see. I need to put on my glasses.
Oh, man.
Not you are blind.
Put your spectacles on, brother.
All right. Well, I don't see the other. I thought I had more than one. Okay, yeah. 2 more questions. I got them now. Okay, so the first question is, no, let me go to the picture, and now y'all choose, and then I'm gonna ask overall who y'all feel like was the best. So,
okay.
I find it. And boy, I tell you.
Gotta get all extra close to the camera.
Not to, yeah. Yeah, no, I don't see it. I had it up. I know it's up here. Oh, it's right here. Okay, boom. All right, so out of these 4 pets, who was the best companion?
Courage.
Courage.
I agree. It's a landslide. It's Courage. It's Courage. Them old people would have been dead without Courage.
Absolutely, 100% would have been dead. He took on literally so much while they was eating, while they was sleeping, while they was not doing nothing else, watching TV.
Doing stuff with the computer that we couldn't even do.
Right. Right. When Muriel turned into a kid, doing all of that, no macaroni, less cheese, more cheese, and then she didn't like macaroni, I was like, that's enough for me, because it would not have been me.
Facts. I would have been left that house. It'd been too much for me.
In the middle of nowhere?
In the middle of nowhere.
There's no cops.
Did y'all know that place is based off of a real place?
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
What you gonna say, Lulu?
Between the duck keep coming back and that fox keep coming.
Man, listen.
No. They was full of shit.
Absolutely not.
So the question overall, and I'm just gonna bring y'all up to the main screen, and then y'all just tell me, so who was your favorite out of everybody that we showed today? And then basically after you give that answer, you can go ahead and give where people should follow you, everything like that, and then you feel me, we're gonna start wrapping up the show. So who's your favorite out of everybody that was shown here? Even if you want to give a top 3, that's fine. Top 3 is cool.
Okay, I will do a top 3. I can't say just like out of all the ones that there's just one. Okay. So top 3 would have been the Direwolves, Courage
for sure.
And I have to say Ace the Bat Hound. I have to. He is so good.
I don't know if people so like you said, my favorite animation from him is from Nightwing, what's it called? Batman Beyond. But when I read the comic about him, I didn't know that he was originally a fighting dog that the Joker used to mess with. I had no idea. I thought that was awesome background story. So yeah. How can people follow you with the talk your shit?
So on TikTok, of course, it's Kaori Akari. And then I am on Instagram. I have two. So I have my Witchblade22 Instagram, Witchblade being like one of my favorite animes ever. And then the Nerd on the Street for Life for our YouTube channel. And then our YouTube channel is Nerd on the Street. And our podcast, we're on Spotify, Apple, Google, Amazon. It's the Nerd on the Street podcast.
What's your first ad?
Kaori Akari.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That's for Insta?
My Instagram is Witchblade22.
Oh, okay.
Well, yeah, I'll give it to you after the show if you want. So yeah, my girl Lulu.
Yeah, darling.
Who was your top 3 favorites of today's show?
Top 3, no particular order. I'm gonna go with Marley and Me. Of course, Courage. And I guess maybe it's the Sucker Me. Like earlier this year, I had 11 dogs, so I'm gonna just end it with Scooby Doo.
Okay.
It is. Yeah.
All right.
So you guys find me on Insta at Hatchet Face Lulu, HATCHECFACELULU.
Okay, for sure. All right. Well, it's real quick. Damn. So yeah, man. So that's been Tapping No Capping. You know what I'm saying? That was our episode. We just wanted to talk about favorite pets, companions throughout all the medias and cinema and whatnot. Did y'all enjoy yourselves? Kiara, you think you might ever want to come back?
Yeah,
for
totally.
another episode? Okay.
I will make sure that I actually like go take a nap before I do. I've been up for 17 hours.
Yeah, that's a long time. Yeah, make sure you get some sleep. You know, so I appreciate you still being committed. You know what I'm saying? Was actually supposed to be some more people on the show today, but they fell off. So luckily y'all showed up. So I appreciate y'all. And yeah, man, thank y'all for tapping in. We're tapping no capping. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Should I give my top 3 or
yes?
I hadn't thought about that. I mean, I guess my top 3 would be Monkey, because you saved the day multiple times.
Miss Honeydew.
It's not for Honeydew, but Honeydew. Hey, Honeydew is a plus every time. I gotta give it to. I want to say Pegasus. Nah, I can't give it to Pegasus because he was a lover boy like Hercules. That was his downfall. Like that's how he got caught in that little cabin when they pretended to be that pink horse, and he was like, "Oh, what?" Yeah, he lost. He wasn't on his P's and Q's, so I can't give it to Pegasus. Let me go. Let's see. Okay, Appa. Got to give it to Appa. So Appa, Monkey. And who's mine? I'll say Philo. That's my top 3. Those my favorites. Oh yeah, man. I appreciate y'all for tapping in. We're tapping no capping. You know what I'm saying? We see y'all next time. Thank you for all the beautiful guests for coming on today. Then Lulu, next episode we are doing actors and actresses with the most range. I know we talked about that the last time you was on here. So that'll be the next episode. If you want to be on, let me know. But definitely get in my bag about that. I'm gonna have clips ready and all that shit. So yeah. I don't know if y'all saw this post. I'm not gonna bring it up because we at the end of the show, but I did a post on best comedian turned actor, and I had Kevin Hart, what's his name? Chris Tucker, Chris Rock, and Marlon Wayans. So if y'all want to answer that real quick, who do y'all feel like is the best comedian turned actor? I get that, but he not on the list. Who out the poll?
Okay, say the list again.
Comedian turned actor.
Say the list again.
Kevin Hart, Chris Rock, Chris Tucker, and Marlon Wayans.
Kevin Hart.
I guess I'm gonna have to say him too, but I don't really want to. But yeah,
I feel it. So the reason why I could have did Jamie Foxx and all that. The only reason why I did it is because I was like, if I put Jamie on here, he gonna be spiked. Like, who am I putting him up against? Like, you know what I'm saying? Now, there's other people I could have, and I will. I'll do another part 2. But that post got viral. It went almost 200,000 reach. You know what I'm saying? So pretty dope. But yeah, man, I appreciate y'all having a good time on Tapping No Cap, and I'll see y'all next time. Good night.
Bye.